Hi, I'm Peter Travers, and this is Popcorn, where we tell you what's going on at the movies. And there's a double going on right now called Leaves of Grass, starring Edward Norton and Edward Norton. That's right, Edward Norton is playing twins. He'll be with us in just a minute and tell us how he got involved in doing this. But first, let's take a look at the double fun going on in Leaves of Grass.
How you feeling? Pretty? Hey, buddy.
What the hell is going on?
Well, I guess I kind of got resurrected.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Okay, easy now.
Hold on to him now. Hold on. No, let go of me.
Easy now.
Let me go.
Not until you calm down, he won't.
You had him tell me you were dead with a crossbow?
Well, all right, I'm sorry about that, but there weren't no other way for me to get you to come down here.
Edward Norton, welcome to the show.
Thanks, good to see you, man.
Great to have you. Leaves of Grass, I'm sure that everybody now thinks is you playing Walt Whitman. And I think we need to disabuse them
Yeah,
of that
I
notion.
can't grow a beard like that anyway.
You could.
No.
You've done so many things. You know, you've changed yourself.
I can't change my facial hair. Even I can't do that.
Really? After American History X, you couldn't be Whitman?
No, I don't know. He had that great bushy beard. I feel like, I don't know who could pull off Whitman.
I don't know. Let's actually have you tell people what Leaves of Grass is.
Leaves of Grass is kind of this incredible concoction from the mind of Tim Blake Nelson. It's about an Ivy League professor in classical philosophy who gets completely derailed by his identical twin brother who is kind of a countrified good old boy in southern Oklahoma who, brilliant in his own right, kind of grows the best hydroponic weed in you know, the tri-state area.
And now you're gonna marry this pothead?
Well, he's not no more.
I'm leaving all that behind. Oh, yeah, I can see the evidence. I get to keep on smoking until the baby comes, and then it's cold turkey on that, too. But me and Bolt is going double-fisted till the bottom drops out, ain't we? Oh, what a great time.
The one thing you left out of that description was that these brothers, Bill and Brady Kincaid, are played by you.
Yeah,
So-
I play the twins, which was a
Did you enjoy working with yourself?
I did, yeah. You know, like I found, it is weird though, I found like I could learn my lines quicker in one of the twins than I could in the other. Go figure.
Which one? The professor?
Yeah, the professor I found pretty easy to like, he's very methodical and his patterns of speech are very rigorous, you know, and Brady's just like a fire hose. He's like trying to sip from a fire hose. It's like, he's just a torrent of you know, language and body language and all kinds of stuff. So he was a little more difficult to pin down.
In terms of how weed figures in this movie, not just the grass pun on Leaves of Grass and what's happening in it, the movie isn't really anti the smoking of it.
Brady, for all of his good old boy kind of exterior, he has a very philosophical bent, you know, and conviction about what he does. And you know, he has a speech in the film that I like, that Tim wrote, that I like a lot, where he really argues for cannabis as like a perfect platonic form of nature creating peacefulness in the world, you know. So I think for Brady, you know, the indulgence, you know, and being in an altered state is a commitment to almost like, you know, it's a kind of real liberation for him.
Just as the other brother, Bill, would look at his way of looking at life. I mean, that's what's interesting to me about the movie, that you're not really playing as the other twin. A Hollywood version of this movie would make him the real stupid good old boy.
Right.
You know?
I always think when someone's really from a place, they're not gonna indulge cliches and stereotypes the same way. And I think that it's not just Brady. All through the film, you know, there are people who appear, they have veneers that are sort of comically regional, but then as soon as you get into him, you realize like Brady's wearing the J.J. Cale shirt and he's toking up and everything, but he's also like he's also an engineering genius, like literally a genius, and clearly you know, has read and understood Heidegger and like, you know what I mean?
He does.
He's
He
not
knows
messing
it.
around. And
Yeah.
so, and Carrie Russell's character seems like a kind of a good old girl in her jeans and country shirt and with her accent, but then it turns out she teaches poetry and writes poetry and studies Whitman. And, you know, Tim's characters are definitely more than they seem.
Well, when you're playing Brady, the good old boy brother, did you ever think to yourself, maybe I could do this stoned?
No.
Why the laugh? Oh, no.
Because
I would have to come out.
No, only because you know, I mean, did you ever see you saw The Diving Bell and the Butterfly? Great film, right? Like imagine an actor with locked-in syndrome, like trying to, you know, blink out his performance. That's what I would be like if I took a hit on a bong at 10 a.m. and tried to play a scene where I had to play two different characters.
There wasn't even a moment where you
No.
said to Tim, let's try it?
I was like, do you want both of these people to look like zombified invalids, like for the whole film? Yeah. Nah, I'm not Woody Harrelson. I can't function, you know, at a high level.